Aloha, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Tuesday here in Portland. It's the 10th of May, and it's about 4 p.m. where I'm at. And every Tuesday and every Thursday, I am doing a live stream like now, and I'm reading the Tao Bei book from the newest book from Dr. and Master Sha. This is actually episode 7. And then on Wednesdays and Fridays, Lori Frischkorn, one of our long-term students, is doing practices at the same time. So it's a team effort where we're bringing the wisdom and the practices of the Tao Bei book, the most recent book from Dr. and Master Sha, to you. So I do recommend that you put it on your ability to go back and watch the first couple of ones. They set a very important foundation for the rest of the book. So if you happen to stumble across this somewhere in episode number 11, 12, 13, just go back and watch the first 2 or 3. That'll fill in a lot of the basis and set the foundation where where you can pick up and not feel like you've been left out of anything. And of course, always wise to watch all of them. So I want to thank you all so much for coming. Very, very grateful. As well as thank you for posting in the chat. I'd love to see your guys' chats and comments. I'm just kind of looking over my program here. It looks like it's going to allow me to see your comments. So happy to see you here. Now, also, I wanted to invite you as you come in from the various live streams. I'm on both Facebook and YouTube Live right now. Make sure you hit the like, share, so that other people know about this. Because this is a great way to reach out to more and more people. So today we're going to pick up where we left off on Thursday, and I will share with you the Kindle Cloud Reader, which is what I'm using. It's pretty neat, nowadays. Instead of me looking at the book, reading it like this, where it's not very professional, I can just put it up on the screen and we can read and grow together with this. So kind of excited about that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to kind of cover some of the aspects of this. Welcome, Anthea. Welcome, Lori. Thank you so much for sharing. Great to see you here. And so with this is a reminder of what we covered last Thursday. In bold there, information is the root cause of success and failure in any aspect of life. So we remember that there is positive information, and that's the root cause of our successes. And there's negative information, which is the root cause of our failures. What is the information? Well, as a reminder of the earlier sessions, information is every thought, every word, and every action that we've ever offered, both ourselves and others. So we could have offered ourselves negative thoughts, negative messages, and that information stays within our personal vibrational field. If it's negative, it affects us negatively. If it's positive messages we're giving ourselves, I'm worthy, I'm good, I'm kind, I deserve, then all that creates a positive frequency in our field, and accordingly it attracts. Now, this is so much more than the law of attraction and mind over matter, because these wisdoms and these messages are at the root level, the level of the soul, as was taught in the first several chapters here. So I'm not going to go and back into those in great detail. So therefore, to heal, transform, and empower, uplift our lives at the deepest root level is to turn negative information in our vibrational field to positive information. Very simple statement. And of course, as we discovered, everyone and everything has a frequency and a vibration. You do, I do, everyone and everything does. And everyone and everything carries positive or negative frequency and vibration, or a combination of both. And so when we give ourselves these messages, when we transform the net messages at the root cause, then the end result can transform. So let's go a little bit further on to the next page. Okay, good. And I'm still learning how to work with this little guy here. All right. The mind is certainly very important. Mind over matter absolutely works. And this is a reminder of that. We want to share with you, to create a life we truly want, you should be disciplined on what you think, you feel, you see, and you hear, what you write and what you convey. Because what you think what you see, what you hear, all of that comes into your vibrational field as well. So walking into a room where there's a lot of yelling and negativity, or if the negative news is on, that will enter your vibrational field. That does not bode well for a positive outcome of whatever you want to accomplish. It could impact it negatively is the point. And then Master Sha speaks about these 5 sacred phrases. Mu bu wang shi, er bu wang ting, ko bu wang yan, nao bu wang shan, xin mu gua ai, which means eyes do not see negative things. Be cautious. Ears should not hear negative words or sounds. Mouth does not speak negative words. The mind does not think negativity. And the heart is not concerned or disturbed. So this, of course, is the ideal scenario, which will allow you to have a much better solution going forward. So now, let me go back one step. Okay, make sure I'm on the right page. So to worry or not, all concerns and all worries convey negative information. So we have to be cautious of that as well. I'm kind of reminding you of what we covered last Thursday. So the source of everyone and everything, according to physics, emptiness is in that space. Emptiness is the vacuum. Emptiness has no shape and no form. Within that emptiness, we have this positive and negative information. So we want to be conscientious of that and transform that. And this is why we work with the pure, most positive source frequency and vibration, because the source is connected to and creator of everyone and everything. And this is why the source has the most pure positive energy and matter. So the beauty and the power of this book is that we are going to be using it, the wisdom, the practices, the fields transmitted into the source calligraphies within this book to help to transform our negative information. So now we're going to move into this week's wisdom and teachings. Why do people have challenges in their health? Why? Let's find out, shall we? Millions of people suffer from sickness in the physical body, including all kinds of pain, inflammation, cysts, tumors, cancers, COVID-19, and many other sicknesses. Millions of people suffer from sicknesses in the emotional body, including anger, depression, anxiety, worry. Raise your hand if you have any of these: anger, fear, desire, worry, grief, guilt, shame, loneliness. Very common. Millions of people suffer from sicknesses in the mental body: poor concentration, diminishing memory, negative thinking, judgment, ego, mental disorders, OCD, PTSD, and more. Millions of people suffer from sicknesses in the spiritual body, that the soul can carry this negative information. So the universal law of Shen Qi Jing, which is what we covered prior to this, shares with us the root cause of these. It goes on to say millions of people have relationship challenges, including with their partners, parents, children, siblings, other relatives, friends, bosses, employees, coworkers, colleagues, organizations, and more. How many of you, raise your hand, have some relationship issues? Could be with a coworker, could be with a parent or child, right? So these also can be challenging. Millions of people have environmental challenges, including pollution, air, water, land, inadequate shelter, unhealthy food, lack of health care, and more. Millions of people have financial challenges. Why do we have so many challenges in every aspect of life? What is the key to understanding all of these challenges? Is there a solution for these? If so, what is the solution? Master Sha says, I wrote this book to answer these 4 questions. In one sentence, humanity has all kinds of challenges in health, relationship, finances, and spiritual journey, and every aspect of life because of negative information, energy, and matter. In other words, negative Shen Qi Jing. This is what's creating the challenges. What is the key to understand of all of these challenges? In one sentence, the key is that the heart and the soul are affected and influenced by negative information, energy, and matter. This is the key. the heart and the soul, which is above the mind, because this is above mind over matter, is affected and influenced by negative information, energy, and matter. Is there a solution for these challenges, Master Sha says? In one sentence, the solution to all challenges in health, relationship, finances, spiritual journey, and every aspect of life, get it? Here it is to apply the positive, transformative frequencies of energy and matter that carries the positive information from the source, not just our own monkey mind. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. That will certainly help, but that's still a mind over matter. We need to deal with things from the higher frequencies. Positive information, energy, and matter. Tao science states that information, energy, and matter can be positive or negative. This insight helps us to deeply understand sickness, healing, and transformation. What are positive information, energy, and matter? This is what promotes order, connection, and harmony. We discussed this before. They create harmonious relationship, finances, business. Everything is wonderful. And there are 10 great qualities that are positive, that if we bring more of these into our life, we can be much happier and healthier. These include the greatest love, the greatest forgiveness, the greatest compassion, the greatest light, greatest humility, greatest harmony, greatest flourishing, greatest gratitude, greatest service, and the greatest enlightenment. Notice that Master Sha did not say this includes love, forgiveness, compassion, light, forgiveness, ego, humility, flourishing. He didn't say that, did he? He said the greatest, meaning the highest version of these qualities. This is what will transform the negative frequency and vibration on our fields. So because these 10 qualities are the most positive energy and matter, they can transform every aspect of life. This is very, very important. The ancient wisdom, Xu Yi Zai Dao, which means Dao calligraphy or calligraphy is used to carry Dao. Shi Yi Zai Dao, let's say that, which means calligraphy is used to carry Dao. In this book, I share 2 calligraphies that I have written. This is Master Sha saying that I have written to carry some of the 10 greatest qualities to serve you, as well as to serve families, humanity, organizations, cities, countries, and Mother Earth. Tao calligraphy is Tao source oneness writing. It is an art. It is art beyond art that can heal and transform health, relationship, finances, the spiritual journey, and every aspect of life. I will teach you how to practice in the Tao calligraphy field to transform every aspect of life. The practices are simple but profound. Practice, Master Sha says, is vital for you to receive the greatest possible benefits I wish you and every reader to receive. In one sentence, all good health, harmonious relationships, flourishing finances and business, and enlightened spiritual journeys are due to positive information, energy, and matter. Now, negative information, energy, and matter. Let's talk about that. What are negative information, energy, and matter? It is information, energy, and matter that promotes disorder. It promotes disorder, promotes disconnection or disharmony. Negative information, energy, and matter cause sickness, relationship challenges, financial challenges. It also causes spiritual blockage or spiritual journey blockages. Negative information, energy, and matter create blockages in every aspect of life. Now, a human being has a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. In the physical body, any lack of energy, vitality, stamina, any pain you have, any inflammation you have, cysts, tumors, or cancer, and all other sicknesses are negative information, energy, and matter. This is a very important statement that Master Sha is sharing here. This is not something to poo-poo on. What he in essence is saying, no matter what your issue is, no matter what label you have for that health issue or that financial issue, doesn't matter. It all originated from your personal negative energy on your vibrational field. It didn't resonate from outside of you. Just as in magnets can attract or repel, your vibrational field attracts to you positive or negative or both. Typically, it's a combination. So the way this form of Tao healing works, it recognizes this origination point and assists us with transforming it using the source most pure positive frequency and vibration. Welcome also Lori, welcome Luzara. Anybody else whose name I don't see right now, welcome. Thank you for coming. Please, everybody, hit your share button if you haven't done so already, and let other people know. Also, for any comments that people have put in there, go ahead and like it. Give a little heart to their comment. This helps Facebook say, hey, there's people here that are interesting, and then share it to even more. And that's really what we're trying to do here. It's not about anything other than letting this wisdom help as many people as possible. So let's jump back in here. We see now that this negative information can create some significant issues in the physical body. It could show up as energy issues, stamina issues, pain, cysts, tumors, cancers. In the emotional body, name an emotion, right? If it's out of balance, definitely has an origination point. In the mental body, confusion, mental disorders, poor concentration, poor memory, and more. In the spiritual body, not understanding or realizing the importance of the soul journey, which is the spiritual journey. Getting lost on one's spiritual journey creates huge mistakes, and hurting or harming others in the environment is a possibility as well. So try not to get lost in your spiritual journey. And more negative information, energy, and matter could be the result. So for relationships, any disharmony in any kind of relationship has the root cause in the negative information, energy, and matter. Same for finances, same for business. In one sentence, all challenges, blockages, and failures in health, relationship, finances, and the spiritual journey are due to negative information, energy, and matter. So then, how do we transform the negative information, energy, and matter? That's the most important question here, right? How do we transform it? To transform all challenges in health, relationship, finances, the spiritual journey, and every aspect of life is to transform that negative information to positive. Master Sha then goes on to say, I am delighted to offer a Tao source, practical tool to help you, family, society, organizations, all humanity, Mother Earth. This practical tool is named Tao Calligraphy. Tao Calligraphy creates and carries an ultimate source most positive field, which could transform the negative fields in all aspects of life, including your health, relationship, finances, and spiritual journey, relationship, and more. Health includes the four bodies, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. And I continue to explain the Tao Calligraphy healing field in the next chapter. So now we go into chapter 4, titled Field. Let's pause here just a second. So I want to hear some of your thoughts on this. You know, some of you are already students. Some of you that might be new to this. You know, when you hear that nothing is accidental, when you hear that this comes from your own personal vibrational field, and what caused that? It wasn't just our negative thoughts, words, and actions. It could be things like us bringing our physical vessel into a negative environment, and then it polluted our field. We can have pollution from many different sources, right? There's a possibility as well in the wisdom that our ancestors, our mother and father, our father's mother and father, our mother's mother and father, and so forth, up the ancestral tree, that the choices they make affect us. And this is really important to understand. And one of the classes that I was in with Master Sha, there was a student that was talking to Master Sha, and he said, you know, I don't know what I've done. It feels like my whole life is I've had like the Midas touch. He said, I'm not that smart in business. I'm not that smart in that many things. I was basically a salesman most of my life, you know, selling for larger companies. And I would go to country and do my job. But I was never really good at anything. But It didn't matter whatever I invested in, it just ballooned and just was very, very successful. All my stocks, whatever I put my money in, it just worked. And uh, at that time, Master Sha said he saw somebody pop up above this student's head. And the person said, tell him it's because of me. And so Master Sha's third eye is open. He says, well, who are you? He said, I'm his great grandfather. That's the reason he has all the success is because of me. So Master Sha said, do you have a great grandfather that maybe was successful? He says, oh yeah. Actually, he was so well known that they actually put up a statue for him in the village because with all his abundance and wealth, he served many people, and they really honored and respected him. And Master Sha said to him, well, you know, I'm told that the reason why you have this great success in your life is because of your great grandfather. So this is a good example of understanding the many different ways that both positive and negative information can enter our vibrational field. We can put it there with our own thoughts, words, and actions. We can put it there by entering the vibrational field that's either positive or negative around us. Let's say it was positive, right? There are those wealth makers that say, surround yourself with the most successful people, and you yourself have the great potential to be successful. So even if you have negative information in your field, by surrounding yourself with positive people, you have the great possibility of transforming that, right? You might get some wealth and then use it to help others, which again, transform more of the negativity and so forth. So there's many ways this can enter our vibrational field, including through our ancestors. So you could be the salt of the earth. You could be the best person, you know, born. You give everybody the shirt off your back and you give them your last dollar, and yet you still have a rough life. Why? Possibly because your ancestors made some mistakes in previous time. Okay. And now you know that you have to do so much good to offset that. Now there's fortunately a much better way to transform this negative information, and that's called the Dao Calligraphy healing field. You see some images behind me. Let's pop back in and see what Master Sha has to say about this. So this field, so he talks about field right now. And he says, the English physicist and chemist Michael Faraday coined the term field in 1849. Scientists and others have identified and studied many kinds of fields: electrical fields, magnetic, electromagnetic, gravitational, temperature fields, velocity, quantum, and more. Lots of different kinds of fields. In the 20s, Albert Einstein realized that the concept of a field, specifically a gravitational field, is a more accurate way to describe gravity versus calling it force. Finally, Einstein emphasized that there is only one real thing in the universe, which is a field. Isn't that interesting? Quantum physics discovered that everyone and everything is fundamentally a vibrational field made of various vibrations. A vibration, also called a wave or periodic oscillation extending over time and space. Quantum physics further revealed that our vibrational field determines our qualities and our life experiences. To be a good person of good quality and to experience a good life, we need to have a good vibrational field. A good vibrational field is one carrying positive information, energy, and matter. Positive information, energy, and matter brings connection, order, harmony, just like we discussed earlier. They are the cause of good health, good relationships, success, finances, careers, wherein a bad vibrational field is one that carries negative information, energy, and matter. This, of course, manifests and brings disconnection, disorder, disharmony. And they are the they are the cause of sickness, difficulties, challenges, and disasters. To transform negative information, energy, and matter in one's vibrational field to positive information, energy, and matter is to heal sickness, overcome adversity, and turn lack into abundance at the root level. Now, Tao is another word for source or ultimate creator. The sentence is, Tao is the ultimate creator and source. The vibrational field of Tao's source contains unlimited. That's a very big word. Unlimited positive information, energy, and matter. Tao source can create anything. It can provide for support and nourishment of everyone and everything. So to connect to this original source vibrational field is the highest, is the most powerful way to heal and transform and empower ourselves. This book, again, for those of you that are maybe watching for the first time, this book that we're working with, Dao Calligraphy Tao Bei, what does it do? It's preparing you to understand the nature, power, and significance of this. This book shares with humanity that this healing field called the Dao Calligraphy field is a Dao source field, that the Dao source field exists, and that the Dao Calligraphy field is available to serve you now, today. In chapter 1, Master Sha says, I explain the universal law of Shen Qi Jing, which is the law of creation, a law of healing, a law of transformation, and a law of enlightenment. Shen Qi Jing forms a field. A human being is made of Shen Qi Jing, which is, as we discussed earlier, soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. A human being's Shen Qi Jing, in other words, a human being's soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter forms a human being's field. An ocean is made up of the same thing, Shen Qi Jing, soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter, which forms an ocean's field. Mother Earth forms a Mother Earth's field. A solar system has its own Shen Qi Jing, which forms a solar system's field. In summary, everyone and everything in countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes are made up of Shen, Qi, and Jing. In other words, they're made up of their own field. So countless stars, planets, galaxies, and universes have both positive and negative. Positive fields, remember, brings good health, harmony, relationships, finances, all that good stuff. Negative fields bring disharmony, unharmonious relationships, blockages, finances, all that stuff. We've discussed that many times. So we don't want to reduce love, peace, harmony, and humanity. We want positive. The universal law of Shen Qi Jing tells us that positive Shen Qi Jing could transform the negative Shen Qi Jing. In other words, a positive field could transform a negative field. Now, all of this is leading up to a very important statement. This is all leading up to Dao Calligraphy is a carrier of the most positive, pure vibrational field. This book, some of you are already students, you know this. It doesn't have to be spoon-fed to you this way. But there are many that are new, never heard of this before, just stumbling across this. This is going on Facebook and YouTube. You know, this might be seen on YouTube 3 years from now, and somebody goes, what's that? What's Tao Calligraphy? What's a field? This is written for that new person. So even though you guys might have it clear, very important for that new person to understand. Oh, that explains why I have suffering in my life. Oh, it's the negative vibration in the field. Even though I'm a good person, that's why it keeps coming back and whacking me over the head. Oh, how do I transform it? I need to add the most pure positive source frequency and vibration. How do I find that? Right in here. Now, the more they know, they'll discover that all the centers and all the different places we have these Tao Calligraphy fields all over the place. But if they're in an area where they can't access it and need the book has the field in it also. And then they can receive the love, they can receive the light, they can heal themselves, which is why Master Sha has been so generous in the sharing of this wisdom and the healing placed within the fields of the book. Okay, so let's do a practice, shall we? Let's go ahead and employ some of this wisdom. Give me a second here. Okay, I am going to check the page I'm on, see if this tells me the page I'm on. Come on, Kindle Reader, you got it. Excuse me, when I'm reading my Kindle Reader, I would think that somewhere in here it would tell me the page number. It sort of does, but not really. Huh. Okay. I'm just going to have to forward through it till I get to the page I want and then come back to it. Not the most ideal way of doing this, but hey, you got to work with what you got to work with. So give me just a moment to get to where I need to go. Okay. I'm not going to do it that way. Too time consuming. I'm just going to pull up my own source field calligraphy and bless you that way. I'm sure you guys will be appreciative of that. So we're going to work with the source field of love and peace and harmony, right? Because lack of harmony, lack of creation, lack of peace, lack of harmony, lack of love, these are all problem areas. We want to expand all of these in our personal vibrational field. So let me share the new screen here. See if I can grab this. There it is. You should be able to see this now. This is called the source calligraphy of love and peace and harmony. Oh, it does disappear. Okay. Of love, peace, and harmony. Now, the one on, at least on my left, is love. The one in the middle is peace, and the one on the right is harmony. Okay. So how then do we interact with this field? I'm going to do this first so you can see a little bit more of me. What we're going to do is we're going to touch all 5 fingers together. Okay. And this connects the 5 elements, which is traditional Chinese medicine wisdom. We're going to touch all 5 together, and we're going to do what's called tracing, which is following the lines. Why do we do that? Well, we've discovered a little bit that this is what's called a healing field. For anybody new, they're like, yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. This is great. Trust. You're going to make an individual request. I would love it if all of you said, I have a knee pain, it's a 3 out of 10 scale. I have a neck pain, it's a 7 out of 10 scale. I have a stomach discomfort, it's a 4 out of 10 scale. I'd love to see what your comments are, because we're going to ask this field to bring you healing. And then we'll just check in about 10, 15 minutes, and we'll see how you're doing. It's very likely we're going to see some results. So everybody check yourself. What do you have going on in your personal vibrational field? Ideally, choose something that's physical, that's measurable. You can choose something else if you like, but we want to try to measure some results here. And so choose that and then type it into the field. And welcome also to God's Gladiator, cute name, Mercedes, Carolyn, Risto, great to see you all here. And so let's go ahead and put this calligraphy back up. You've seen enough of my mug. And so here we have the Tao source calligraphy of love, peace, and harmony. Let's touch all 5 fingers together. We connect heart to heart, soul to soul. We do a gentle, what we refer to as a say hello. We say hello. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate you saying that. We'll check with you in a minute. And then for your right shoulder, what I recommend you do, Lori, is relax your elbow against the side of your body. Just rotate your wrist, okay? Don't do anything that will harm your shoulders. Gentle rotation of your wrist, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to say hello to the positive source frequency and vibration within. This is a healing method, what's called a 6-power technique, and I'll walk you through that. So let us connect and repeat after me silently. And dear, this source, positive, pure positive field of love and peace and harmony within these source calligraphies, I deeply love, honor, and appreciate you. As I trace you, as I follow your lines, could you please help me to release any of the negative message, negative information that I have brought into my personal vibrational field? Please bless my specific request as appropriate. I'm extremely grateful. Thank you. So hopefully other people have something they're tracing for. I'd love to see you put that in the comments like Lori did. And so what we're going to do is we're going to touch all 5 fingers together. And we're going to trace this calligraphy. And it should be very straightforward. You just follow the lines as you see them. And if you don't get it right, that's okay. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. So by repeating love, peace, and harmony, I'm bringing even more frequency and vibration. Sound power is one of the 6 power techniques. We're visualizing the light coming from the source calligraphy into our area of request. All of you should have made a silent request. So see the light coming to your area of request. And then the body power is how we're holding our hands. That's the 2nd power. The soul power is saying hello to the calligraphy and the pure positive frequency and vibration and asking it to serve us. And as we chant love, peace, and harmony, we're incorporating the 4th power. The 5th power is the source calligraphy field itself. And the 6th power is breathing. In this case, we're going to breathe quite naturally as we continue to chant silently or out loud, love, peace, and harmony. So Mercedes, thank you for saying you're requesting for your shoulder. Give it a number of discomfort, right? So you have a measurement point. Love, peace, and harmony. 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 Well, some of you may know there's a beautiful song called Love, Peace, and Harmony. So if you know it, I invite you to sing it with me. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. I love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. I love, peace, and harmony. love, peace, and harmony. Continue to trace the source calligraphy of love, peace, and harmony. And I will use my spiritual channels to share with you some messages of what is happening while we are tracing this source calligraphy for your area of request. How this is the source field of love, peace, and harmony. Each of you are receiving huge transformation at this time. My field can transform your negative thoughts. My field can transform the pain in your heart. My field can retrain the negative thinking in your head. My field carries source most pure, positive attributes of the greatest love. The greatest love, as many of you know, melts all blockages. But truly, you do not understand that simply by having my field towards your request, it is what is melting all blockages. The love itself carries the most high power in all universes. The Peace Calligraphy. There is one who has requested peacefulness for an imbalanced emotion. This one, of course, is receiving from the other source calligraphies. But in particular, this one is getting huge blessings from the Peace Calligraphy. It is also affecting one who has requested blessings for some mind blockages, some irritations and mind blockages they are having. This one is being blessed to bring more peace into their thinking process, to round the square edges, and to make their perspectives more malleable, more understanding. This is the nature of this service for this one. For the harmony calligraphy, this source calligraphy is serving all of you equally, for that is the nature of harmony. It has no preconceived notion of separation, of individualism, and so forth. The harmony calligraphy of the love, peace, and harmony is the most aligned source calligraphy when it comes to bringing peace and love to the world. The combination of love and peace and harmony for each of you is helping to release the negative information that is the root cause of your suffering. The one who has the arm pain of 9 should be down to about a 7 at this time, as more and more of the negative information is releasing. There is the opportunity for each of you to bring significant healing to your life. If you were to come back and watch this recording, stop it here and trace some more. If you want to know if a pear is sweet, taste it. If you want to know if the Dao Calligraphy healing field can transform an aspect of your life, it feels misaligned or out of balance. This is the field. This is the source field. Thank you. Beautiful. So we're going to trace for 2 more minutes, and then we're going to check in and see how everyone's doing. Working with these source calligraphies. Very, very powerful. Love, peace, and harmony. 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 And now, from your heart, offer your gratitude. Offer your gratitude to the source and to the field that is infused within this sacred art. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. So this is an example of working with the Tao source calligraphy. What I tried to do at first was to flip through here digitally until I got to a page where we have a source calligraphy. And unfortunately, the Kindle reader, it was just a bit too much of an effort to ask a bit. So that's okay. The purpose was to practice with the source field calligraphy that already carries frequency and vibration. Of course, the one I just shared with you does, as does this one. Wonderful. We have someone that said their discomfort went from a 9 down to a 2. I don't know what it is you requested, but that's great. That's fabulous. Let us know what you started with, or 7 down to a 2, my mistake. What was it, back pain? Was it knee pain? What was it? And welcome also, Nebadita, if you're still with us. Lori says, wow, I thought a 7 for pain level when you said it, and Source told me I needed to trace the calligraphy. Well, I thought I had a 7 for pain level, and you said it, and then Source told me I needed to trace. And the calligraphy said it. Yeah. So at the time when I was doing the reading, the 9 had come down to a 7, and she confirmed that that's about what it came down to. So how then? Why did one person go from a 7 down to a 2, another from a 7 to from a 9 to a 7, right? Because one had maybe a 25% result, another one had maybe a 60% result. What's the difference? The difference is the percentage of negative information that's on the vibrational field. That's what the difference is. The more negative information we have in our field that's contributed to our financial issue or our relationship issue or our arm or whatever it is, then the more we need to work with that positive source field to help transform the negative to positive. So in the case where the person had the 7 and it went down to a 2, he said solar plexus chakra pain, so blockages in the solar plexus area, maybe like a abdominal discomfort, right? And so the negative information that originated that must have been not too heavy. So the source field was able to immediately create a bigger impact for it. Whereas for our beautiful Lori that has the 9 on a 10 scale pain for her shoulder, the negative information origination of that for her shoulder was a little bit heavier. Therefore, more practice is needed. Very simply, okay? So this is the nature of Mercedes says her shoulder pain went down to a 2. I don't know what it started out as. Oh, it was a 4. Okay. So we had a 50% reduction. Great. 70%, 50%, 25%. That's pretty typical for a group. We see it all over the board. But the reason why it's different for everybody is exactly what I explained. The amount of the messages, the negative information in our field can vary from person to person. And so this is why we have the membership program. This is why we have where you can come to this field many, many times in a month and transform those blockages over and over. Very, very powerful. Okay, so I want to invite you all to a special activity, a special event. Let me see if I'm able to post this. How am I going to do that? Put it on your calendar, okay? Friday, this coming Friday, the 13th, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. I'm sorry, I can't do the math for you wherever you're at. You'll have to maybe go to the internet and find out. 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. This Friday, we have a very, very special guest, Francisco Quintero. He's Master Sha's #1 teacher. Very powerful, very loving, very kind. And he's doing a free introductory session through Facebook on how to live a heart-centered life. how to live a heart-centered life. There is not one of us watching here today that cannot benefit from that. It's a gift. It's free. Friday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. You just how do you come there? You come to the same place you're at now. You come to the Tao Center Portland's Facebook page. Come there on time, and just kind of hit the refresh button every minute or two. Okay, that's important, because when he comes live, it doesn't necessarily mean your computer resets. Okay, but just know that when you come on time, you just kind of hit refresh every minute or two. If you're on a cell phone, most of them you have where you just put your thumb on the top of the screen and pull down, and it causes the screen to refresh. All right. So I'm so happy that everybody here that has come forward to this practice that's had some measurable results. This is the power and significance of the Tao calligraphy as expressed in this book. I do suggest everybody go buy this book. Inside, within the first few pages, is a this QR code, and up above here is basic website, right? So this leads to this website. So if you don't have a QR code reader, that's okay. You just type in a website, and it takes you to an animated field. Like you saw the Tao calligraphy field, you've seen these results. But the animated field has the calligraphy, has the practices, and Lori probably uses those on her Wednesdays and Friday sessions, so definitely join those. And it's a great way in which you have this healing available to you 24/7. So I will be back Thursday. I hope to see you Friday with Francisco. Please come back tomorrow, the same time that I started here, which is 4 p.m., about 50 minutes earlier than now. Come back tomorrow. Lori will be here doing specifically practices only. That's what we need most of. We don't need this wisdom and information. We need more practices. So make sure you show up Wednesday and Friday with Lori in her practices for the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field. So thank you, everyone, for coming. I'm very grateful for your presence. Thank you also for hitting the share button one more time if you haven't done so already, spreading this out to more and more people. And I will see you here very soon. Bye-bye.